Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your morning cup of news fueled by White Cane Coffee. Brian Hagberg with you here on your daily local. Today is Tuesday, July 11th, 2023. Got myself a fresh cup of Dragon's Roast brewed right here at home. You can order your favorite roast to brew at home online at whitecanecoffee.com. And don't forget that the White Cane Coffee Cafe is open in the plaza across from Tops all through the downtown construction. Stop in, get yourself a fresh cup, maybe a hand pie or scone. They also got frozen drinks, frozen lemonade, iced mocha as well. When the temperatures start to heat up, White Cane's got you covered there. Stop in, get a fresh cup, and say hi to the friendly folks at White Cane. And if you don't want to deal with the construction, that's no problem. White Cane's also available on DoorDash. Just place your order, have your favorites delivered right to your door. And now on to today's news. While the search for Michael Burham continues, officials are confident they will capture him, quote, sooner rather than later. There are now more than 150 local, state, and federal law enforcement agents involved in the search for Burham, who escaped from the Warren County Jail on Thursday, July 6th. As to whether law enforcement feels it is any closer to catching Burham today than yesterday, Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, Deputy Commissioner of Operations for the Pennsylvania State Police, said police, quote, won't know until we capture him just how close we really are. We've conducted many of these types of investigations of various size and scope over the years, Bivens said during a media conference Monday at the Youngsville Fire Department. It's always impossible until you actually capture the person to know just how close you are. What I can tell you is, as I've said, we are pushing him hard. I've talked about the resources that are committed. We continue to ramp that up. We continue to make sure that we are putting pressure on him, and we won't know until we capture him just how close we really are. But I am convinced that the approach that we are taking will be successful. There's no doubt in my mind we will capture him at some point. I can't obviously make a promise when that will be, but sooner rather than later, and we are working diligently to make that happen. Bivens added that law enforcement's approach to the search is designed to give Burham little time to rest. Quote, I believe we are putting significant pressure on him, Bivens said. We're actively pushing him in these areas. If he is here, he's not getting any rest. And we're using technology to our benefit. And again, I don't want to get into all those types of technology, but I believe at some point we will force him to make a mistake. And when he does, we will use that to our advantage. Bivens later clarified that law enforcement is not just waiting for a mistake to happen. Quote, please, to be clear, we're not sitting and waiting for that mistake. We're trying to make our own luck. We're trying to force that mistake. We're trying to bring this to a conclusion as rapidly as possible, Bivens said. And that's why you see the significant resources that have been brought to bear. If you spent any time at all here, you've no doubt seen patrol cars with uniformed troopers. You've seen other special operators from various state and federal entities working through wooded areas or clearing buildings, and you've seen aviation assets overhead. And there are many other things in play that you haven't seen. And so again, what I would point out is we are doing everything that I believe we reasonably can at this point, trying to be as unobtrusive in the community as possible, while at the same time giving this our full effort. We are committed to ending this as quickly as possible. Though several sightings of Burham have been reported, Bivens would not say whether any of the reported sightings have been confirmed to be Burham. Quote, there have been a number of sightings, Bivens said. I cannot rule out conclusively every one of those. And so again, we follow up on each and every one of those, and all of those factor into the next steps of the investigation. Bivens reiterated the police's belief that Burham is getting assistance from someone. Quote, we do believe that he's getting some assistance, Bivens said. From where or what that type of assistance is, I'm not prepared to comment on, but as I previously indicated, we are investigating that, and we are prepared to prosecute anyone who does offer him assistance. While Bivens wouldn't unequivocally say that Burham is receiving assistance, he did say it is a, quote, distinct possibility. We do believe that it's a distinct possibility, and we're thoroughly investigating that with the hope of prosecuting that, Bivens said. Warren County Assistant District Attorney Cody Brown said anyone who is found to have assisted Burham would be committing a felony. Quote, the main charge would be conspiracy to commit escape, Brown said. Anyone who aids him or helps him in that escape would be liable for that. They are felony charges, so they would be looking at possibly significant prison time. Bivens said the investigation has also allowed police to rule out whether Burham was connected to other crimes that have taken place in the region since his escape. He was specifically asked about a burglary in the Sugar Grove, PA, Bust-Eye, New York area that resulted in the homeowner's dog being hit and killed by a vehicle. Quote, that has been investigated, as have several other burglaries, not only here, but in adjacent areas across the border in New York, Bivens said. To this point, we're not aware of any of those that are directly associated with Burham. We have found no indication in any of those break ins that they were directly related. There is a $7,500 reward being offered by the U.S. Marshals for any information that leads to the apprehension of Burham, as well as $2,000 by the Warren County Crime Stoppers. Anyone with information is asked to contact PSP Warren at 814-728-3600 or Warren County Crime Stoppers at 1-800-83-CRIME. That's 27463. Police caution residents not to approach Burham if they see him and to instead call 911 or closest local police immediately. Warren City Police are investigating the escape, and the Pennsylvania State Police are in charge of the manhunt. Burham is the primary suspect in the May 11 homicide of Kayla Hodgkin of Jamestown, New York, as well as the kidnapping of a Sheffield couple that he transported to the Carolinas using their car before being captured in the North Charleston, South Carolina area and being extradited back to Pennsylvania. After being canceled yesterday, both the Warren County School District summer programming at Beatty Warren Middle School and City of Warren Summer Playground program are up and running as usual today. Again, anyone with information about Burham's whereabouts is asked to contact PSP Warren at 814-728-3600 or Warren County Crime Stoppers at 1-800-83-CRIME. That's 1-800-832-7463. BMX champion Donnie Beals loves giving back. This past Thursday and Sunday, Beals hosted a clinic at Charlie's BMX track in Ellery Center, New York, and there was a special cause involved. Beals donated, sold shirts, and auctioned off one of his championship helmets to support Carson Kaiser, a Beatty Warren Middle School student who has been battling leukemia. Quote, "It's just something I wanted to give back," Beals said. "My buddy Randy came to me and we were talking on the phone and he said, 'What are you doing with all this old equipment? You've got a trophy room that's pretty full. Sometimes I raffle off something.' He said, 'You know what? There's a young kid at Beatty, a fifth grader, Carson, that has leukemia. I think that'd be a great thing for you to do.' And I said, 'Yeah, I'm in.' Kaiser underwent a bone marrow transplant last month and has continued to undergo treatment since. Quote, 'To be able to help out is a blessing,' Beals said. Complete story on Beals and his event is available on yourdailylocal.com. We will be back with a look at today's weather forecast right after this quick word from our sponsor.
The only thing worse than being stuck at home is being stuck at home without coffee. We can't let that happen. Browse our selection and order online. From sweet to tangy, hot or iced, we have something for you. White Cane Coffee, because every cup makes a difference. Cheers.
And welcome back to your morning cup of news, fueled by White Cane Coffee. Brian Hagberg with you here on Your Daily Local. And now let's take a look at today's weather forecast from the National Weather Service in State College. There will be patchy fog before 9 a.m. today, and afterwards the sky will be sunny with a high temperature near 86 degrees. Winds will be coming from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. There's a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms during the night tonight. The sky will be partly cloudy with a low temperature around 62 degrees. Winds will be from the southwest at around 7 miles an hour, and the chance of precipitation is 20%. We will be right back with your morning cup of sports after this quick message.
Have you ever wanted to play an instrument? The Warren Music Conservatory is the area's only choice for premier music education, with the area's top music instructors giving you fun and exciting music lessons for a variety of instruments and styles. The Music Conservatory also rents and repairs instruments of all types. And don't forget to stop in and check out our student bookstore for your musical supplies like strings, sticks, picks, and more. What are you waiting for? Stop dreaming. Start doing today.
And now we're going to send it over to my colleague Andy Close with your morning cup of sports.
Good Tuesday morning, July the 11th. It's time for your morning cup of sports fueled by White Cane Coffee. And State Line Speedway beat the rain over the weekend in their 9th night of the season. David Parker in the Rush Crate Lates was victorious, as was David Scott in the UMP Modifieds, Tanner Ramsey in the Pro Stocks, Greg Oakes in the Super Lates, Steve Dixon in the Rush Pro Mods, John Meese in the Challengers, and Terry Mealy in the Sharp Mini Lates, all securing victories over the weekend at State Line Speedway. Warren County Youth Baseball Softball Association will host a work bee on August 27th, meeting at the Farm Colony Complex at 9 a.m. for cleanup for the 2023 season. All able are encouraged to attend. That is your morning cup of sports fueled by White Cane Coffee. Have a great Tuesday, everybody.
Thank you so much for that look into sports, Andy. And don't forget to head to yourdailylocal.com throughout the day for all the news you need when you need it, as well as the latest updates regarding the search for Michael Burham. You can also like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search Your Daily Local on your favorite social media channel and hit that like, subscribe, or follow button. You can also subscribe to our weekly email newsletter online at yourdailylocal.com. Just click the subscribe to our newsletter button, enter your email address, and get our newsletter delivered right to your inbox. Don't forget to tune in every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. for your morning cup of news fueled by White Cane Coffee, and every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. as White Cane Coffee presents Coffee and a Conversation, where we sit down with local leaders and influential members of the public to talk about the happenings and events coming up within the region. That will wrap it up for today. Hope everyone has a great Tuesday. And remember, if you change one life, you change the world. Cheers.
You know what would make that better? A cup of White Cane coffee.
Wow, that really is great coffee.
White Cane coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
It's not just about music lessons. It's about hard work, perseverance, dedication, self-expression, making memories. Let's make memories together.